What is your plan? What alternative did you reject and why? If there was any function within your team that disagreed, why did they disagree and how did you as a CEO handle it? And what is your plan B in case your decision goes wrong? We are going to be evaluating on all these three parameters. So we will start off with, let's start with Zestbite, Spark. Let's have the CEO of Spark here. Guys, a huge round of applause as we welcome the CEO of Spark.
So the total budget we were given was 50 lakhs and we had to divide it into marketing, operations, HR, technology and innovation and reserve. So first off with marketing we spent 8 lakhs because of packaging, branding, high visibility listings and promotional strategies. Like marketing is important for each and every company no matter the background of it. Operations we took 15 lakhs, the most of a spend, which is 30% of the total allocated budget, because we have to manufacture in our own factories and we have to also pay salaries to the co-workers and wages to people who like clean the factory, maintain the premises and etc. And then HR, human resources, we allocated 10 lakhs to it, which is 20% of the total budget, which includes customer care and returns. And then we spent for technology and innovation, we spent 12 lakhs, the second highest, because ours is consumer tech accessories. We need to have new variants and constant R&D, which is 24%. And then reserve is 5 lakhs, which is 10%, the last one. It's an emergency fund kept aside in case of war-like situations or the market crash. So if we add it all up, we get a total of 50 lakhs.
Firstly, a round of applause. So you gave me these numbers, 8 lakhs, 15 lakhs. Do you have a breakdown? Like, why did marketing require 8 lakhs? Why not 10 lakhs? Why not 5 lakhs? What made you feel like, okay, let's start with that. The first thing you spoke about was marketing, right? So you've given 8 lakhs for it. So I want to know why 8 lakhs? Why not 10 or 7 or 9? How did you arrive to this figure, 8 lakhs? We could have the CMO also pitch in. Would like to hear from the CMO and then hear from you. Yeah.
So in that it has already been mentioned that we did not want to go above 10 lakhs. Somehow 8 felt right.
Why did you not want to go above 10 lakhs?
In my opinion, sir, we needed to improve our technology and the quality of our product because we were seeing returns and of asking for refunds of our product. So we wanted to improve the R&D and bring in new variants rather than focusing on marketing and creating like an impression of quality. We wanted to improve the actual product. So we didn't want to go above 10 lakhs and focus more on marketing and like waste funds. We were focusing on high visibility ads instead of like we wanted to focus on quality. That's the thing.
Do you have any plan B? If something goes wrong, so whatever you have given the budget, if something goes wrong, so what is your plan B?
The reserve fund will make up for the plan B, but it will be the money will be not enough for if it fails. So plan B, what we'll do try to do is that we'll try to be more active on the consequences and try not to repeat the mistakes that happened in planning, and then we'll try to make our budget more equalized, more equitized, so that all of them don't suffer and of shortages of getting actually too much money.
Every function in your team good with this? Anyone disagree?
No, sir. No, nobody what do you call it? Nobody disagreed with the point that the budget was equally shared, and ours is also tech consumer accessories. Unlike values, we didn't want to spend too much on marketing, as that would be a waste of too much money. So we only allocated marketing 8 lakhs, and then we put technology and innovation 12 lakhs for making new things and then improving them, making sure nothing goes wrong. And also for the refunds, 12 lakhs will be like a back saver.
For any of the ad hoc expenses or any expenses that might come up, you would have kept a reserve of 5 lakhs, right? But do you think 5 lakhs is a good enough amount, or would you?
Sir, depending upon the conditions, sir. If we somehow save some money on the budgets, we can maybe move it to the reserve so that it can stay as a lifesaver for the company.
Right, questions, anyone?
So the highest allocation of your budget was to the manufacturing, is it?
No, ma'am, it goes to the operations.
To the operations. And your manufacturing is?
Manufacturing in our own factories for and service comes under operations.
Comes under operations, right? Yeah. So you will be, and all your, you have also allocated fund for your R&D, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
That comes under technology and innovation.
that comes in technology and innovation. So what is the most important thing according to you for your company to function? What is the most important thing? Spending on R&D, spending on manufacturing. How did you arrive at this? You told me something about where R&D, right? That you would be investing on new technologies and everything,
Yes, ma'am.
right? But you also have to invest on quality, and you also have to invest on marketing about that quality, right?
Yes.
How did you guys decide this? How did you come up with this? I want to know the thought process behind it. Yeah, how did you come up with the thought process? How did you allocate this much budget for manufacturing and this much for R&D, right? How did you allocate more for operations, less for R&D? I just want to know the thought process on how you thought what is most important and how did you put that in a line and how did you come up with that budget? Were there any disagreements? He said there were no disagreements, but all of you discussed together or did you present, did the CMO first present and the CEO then deliberated on it? I want to know the process on what you have arrived at this.
No, ma'am, we didn't disagree with each other as these were done, not in ways, but we thought carefully and did them. And also, we knew how other companies, yesterday, failure out of, say, a real Indian business happened, ma'am. We were given Byju's, and it seems that the Byju's CEO stepped into the market suddenly and ended up doing too much marketing. That was the first reason for the for the decrease of and refunds of Byju's. So we wanted to not repeat the mistake by putting too much on marketing, and also putting too less on marketing would make us look invisible and unpopular.
Okay, that's fantastic. So you learned from your experience of Byju's, right? Yeah, big round of applause, guys. Very good.
Thank you so much otherwise. Good effort. Round of applause.
Good morning, everybody. As you all know that I'm the CEO of Velox. So before starting, I would like to recollect the fact that our company is a delivery and a startup business. So we have allocated the funds accordingly. So to the operations, we have allocated 14 lakhs, to marketing 10 lakhs, HR 7 lakhs, tech 9 lakhs and reserve 5 lakhs. So marketing we have allocated 10 lakhs as we have to, as there are many competitors in the market and we have to stand out from Blinkit, Swiggy and Zomato. And tech, as our company has an application and its maintenance, and we also have a featured live tracking.
The other expenses, if you could also. So how much have you guys allocated to operations?
14 lakhs.
Okay. Can you tell us a little more what in your mind was the split? Yes.
So operations include our vehicles transport and the electricity, warehouse and all.
Okay.
The rent for the warehouse.
Okay, so your marketing you have
10 lakhs.
10 lakhs and then for operations you have 14.
14 lakhs.
Okay, and then next we have HR, how much
7
have we? 7 lakhs. Why 7 lakhs for HR?
We need money for training people and hire them.
Okay, you guys allocated 5 lakhs for the reserve, right?
Yes.
So if you get a sudden order or something sudden comes up, so will that amount be sufficient?
Every month, like I'll monitor every sectors how much money like they need and how much is left, and accordingly I will reduce the amount. If it is a lot, I'll monitor every month, and then that's how I'm going to manage.
Okay, so after how many repetitions of discussions you got to this conclusion of this budget?
Like we all discussed, ma'am, like according to our company as it's a startup business, we all discussed. It took us 20 to 25 minutes to discuss everything, and then we all came on a.
So everybody agreed?
Yes, ma'am.
Just for once, or like how many times? Like, did you counter question? You're the CEO of the company,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So why? Because I see a lot of difference in operations. You have 14 lakhs. You know, you have HR 7 lakhs. You have only 5 lakhs for reserves. So there is a lot of variation in the amount allocated. So do you have any counter questions as a CEO?
No, no.
You just agreed. Just like.
Ma'am, I asked them why did you select this amount, and how do you think is it going to be enough and all, and after that I agreed upon it.
Okay. You got any plan B?
Yes, ma'am. The plan B is that I'm going to like monitor every month, and then if if the amount has to decrease, then I'll decrease. And if we face like a huge loss, then I'm going to decrease it from marketing and operations, the amount.
We're taking certain amount of money from each business we're tying up to. So that money is going to stay constant till a certain amount of time. So the money we're getting from them is constant. The only thing that is not constant might be the electricity and the rent, which we have given to the operations. So that I will give the exact number. We decided to take 6 lakhs. We're trying up with 20 businesses. We're tying up with 20 businesses. So 6 lakhs is what we earn. From that 6 lakhs, we're deciding to give the workers the money. As there are only 20 workers and we're taking 20 businesses, it might, in our perspective, it is enough. As the workers start scaling, we might change our, budget allocation a bit. Because right now, the whole budget, as my CEO said, was only based on the startup perspective. So on that perspective, we have allocated the money. Now, the more the business starts scaling, the more we change the budget slightly. And I wouldn't say there would be a big scale of the budget change. And the CEO said that the plan B is reducing money in operations and marketing. Because right now, what we think as a startup, once we start marketing it more, later, if suppose we do have a big loss, maybe, then we can reduce the money on marketing. Because on the beginning, on the the starting of the company, we have marketed enough. So later on, we can remove the money. But on the basis of the question I was exactly asked about the workers, we think that the 6 lakhs we're earning from each business right now on the 20 businesses we're tying up with would be enough to pay the workers.
I would like to get a more evaluated upon the reserves, that why 5 lakhs has been allotted, and then as the CHRO has said that the employees would be receiving the salaries from the profits. But what if there is a loss, and then 7 lakh rupees have been allotted, and then you also said that the 7 lakh rupees are only allotted for training and not salaries. Can you evaluate more on that?
I was very clear when I said the salaries are only taken from the 6 lakhs we're earning from the companies we're tying up with. Repeating again, only from the money we're earning from the companies we're tying up with. And I think the other part is that if a small adding to the point that you asked about the 5 lakhs only for reserves, is that we also have money for lawsuits, 5 lakhs allocated to that. If we don't put that, we would have 10 lakhs as our reserves. But we do believe that we need money for lawsuits as a startup business, and many questions might be asked. That's why we have reduced the reserves, and decided that we would emphasize 5 lakhs on lawsuits.
Because we believe that as it's a delivery company, there might be complaints from the customers also, like if they have any complaints, so we should have some amount to cover the losses.
All right. Let us know about how you have allocated the budget. If there was an alternative that you rejected and why. If there was any function that disagreed, and what's your plan B?
So we are a snack and beverage company which was started at 2022. So right now we are a small and between them medium company. So we have distributed the budget. In HR we have given 10 lakhs.
You can go function by function. What's the budget, how much and why, and then
So in HR, we are giving 10 lakhs. Already, as I said, that we are a small to medium company and we aim to go national. So we need to increase our distribution. We are doing in multiple cities, but we aim to grow, right? So we need more employees and more like managers and all to manage. Also, we have only one office in Hyderabad or yeah, in Telangana, and but we are distributing in multiple cities. So we need like managers for warehouses in all those cities also. So that's why we plan to employ a little more so that our management and the efficiency to create dedicated teams for everything, right? So that's why. In the marketing area, we have decided to go 9 lakhs because right now we are only using the regional influencers to market our products, and so we have increased it to market our product more and increase our brand name and value. Then in technology, we are actually behind a little because obviously, as I mentioned, we have only one office, so the technology part is a little less, and also we don't even have like a website or something. So obviously, as you've seen from Byju's, that technology is really important part in a company, and so we have increased the budget in technology to 9. So to create the technology to 8, I'm sorry. Yeah, so we have increased that. So to like create websites, and also we need analyzing of which of our products are selling more, and what kind of, like as I've explained, that we need more teams. So to increase that efficiency also, we need more technology, we need more analysis on that part. So yeah, we have increased the technology budget. Finance, we obviously need reserve and finance for multiple things like law, like legal compliance and banking and risk management, fundraising and financial analysis on like that part. So yeah, we have increased in finance too. And then operation, where our main business is, which needs the major importance, is the operation, right? Because we are not a manufacturer right now. We are partnered up with them, but also as we are distributing in multiple cities, we need more warehouses, and we need like we also need transportation for that area and all. So that's why we have increased, like the major budget is gone to operations.
All right, first of all, a round of applause. Okay, my first question is going to be, you mentioned that we've increased it to 8 lakhs, we've increased it. So what was your initial?
Initial, I don't have like a particular number, but to that budget we have increased 8 lakhs or 9 lakhs or the.
So see, when you say increase, then it looks like that the initial budget that you had was not working and that's why you had to increase the budget.
Yeah.
So if we don't know what the initial budget was and why it didn't work, we wouldn't know. So when you're using words like increase, it would make me wonder what was it previously and why you thought.
We are already like distributing in only like the southern parts of India, and we aim to go national. That's why we have increased to go national, to like go towards our aim.
And correct me if I'm wrong, you guys don't have a website.
Uh,
Yeah. Without any website, which means that your outreach must be extremely regional. And now that you guys are planning to expand nationally, do you think you need a marketing of 9 lakhs? Would that suffice? I mean, you don't need to agree or you can agree or disagree and just give me a justification.
as I told that we don't have a website and all, but we are distributing to multiple cities. So that's why our name is already there, but it needs to be increased more. That's why, I mean, the name and the brand value and all that needs to be increased more.
I have a question for you. Your allocation of capital to reserve and marketing is almost the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So marketing is a very forward-looking thing, right? You're you're investing in marketing because you expect a lot of ROI in it. Correct?
Yes, I don't mind.
And reserve is you are protecting yourself.
Yes.
So allocating an equal capital for expected the predictability of ROI and allocating the same capital for reserves to prevent any kind of losses, would it reflect anything on the management to say that you are not very confident of your, are you not confident of your future? That you have allocated an equal amount for future looking and loss making?
Ma'am, we are all like small to medium company. So obviously there is a risk of loss and failure. That's why I think that, yeah.
So you don't think it will reflect, like your company executives may ask you, we are investing equally on, are we making as many, is the management not confident that they will make good money and they have allocated the same amount of capital to anything which is forward looking and as well as this? Anyone else can also answer. You want to answer that?
You asked why marketing was 9 lakhs, right? We were actually doing regional influencer marketing, digital first marketing. We did not enter a higher level marketing. Now we are going to do mid-level influencer marketing. We are not going directly into brand endorsements and all. We are gradually going to increase it. We would need more for operations because majorly our costs are transportation, warehousing and the third party manufacturing. So I thought we would require more for operational compared to the others. And ma'am, coming to your question, actually there was no finance over there. The reserve part is finance plus reserve, not just reserve. So I want to make a correction.
CEO sir, you quote unquote mentioned to increase our popularity, we'll use local influencers.
Yeah, our aim is to go national. We are already popular. I would not say lot popular, but we are already popular in multiple cities. So we are already using the regional influencers or local influencers.
Would you be continuing to use your local influencers for a plan of going national or change your influencers?
Probably yes, but not a lot on that part because we have already recognized there.
So you have mentioned that Zestbite is like South Indian snacks, right? And you have mentioned that your sales are like in the South Indian region at the moment. So since you have said to expand your company, you're going to be using influencers and their influence to make customers buy your products. So my question is, since you're a snack company, like generally snacks would like to be enjoyed at home. And suppose a North Indian guy or even in South India, but if your store is not in their area for suppose, then wouldn't a snack guy prefer eating at home rather than coming to your store just to buy a snack? Like if you're a restaurant, I would have understood that people would have come to your place and eaten.
We are not just a dedicated store, right? We are also selling to like the general part of those store also. Like imagine like D-Mart, we also have their, just like Haldiram also have their independent stores, but they also sell in other general stores and other stores. So it's basically the same, I think so.
Yeah, but don't you think you should have invested more in tech? That's why.
More in?
Tech.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, so the reason, what was the question again?
So since you're a snack company, like generally snacks will be enjoyed at home or whenever there's nothing to eat. So do you think, unlike a restaurant, do you think people would come to your store just for buying snacks and enjoying them at home?
About technology.
Yeah, don't you think you should have invested more in technology?
Invested more.
For the website and all.
Okay, so right now we are an operational based business. Technology, we are getting into it right now. So we don't need that much finance for technology, but we are building up on it as of now. We are trying to develop a site which will provide the consumers and will a feedback system. We don't need technology more. This is a more operational system.
Yeah, but I feel that you would have more success if you have a website and you're through there.
Yeah, that's why we are looking into it. Yeah.